Hello, and welcome back to Money Talks, the podcast where we get together to chat about money in a way that's super simple, super fun, and super easy to understand. So let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel like you're playing a game of hide and seek with your own salary? You know the feeling. Right after payday, you feel like a millionaire. Your heart is soaring, you can eat at that nice restaurant, you can add all those things to your online cart without a second thought. But then you fast forward just a couple of weeks, and that millionaire feeling has vanished. And then comes that classic, timeless question that we ask ourselves almost every single month. Wait, where did all my money go? It's like the biggest mystery ever. Well, I want you to know that if this sounds like you are definitely not alone. This is such a common feeling for so many of us. So today, we're going to try on a new role. For the next 15 minutes, we are all going to become financial detectives. We're going to follow the clues and track down where our hard-earned money has been sneaking off to. And I'm going to share some simple tools to help us catch those money-spending culprits red-handed. The goal here isn't to judge ourselves or feel guilty. Not at all. The goal is to simply understand ourselves better so we can start building a stronger, more secure financial future. If you're ready to start this mission, let's dive in.
Okay, so before we jump into the how-to and all the different methods you can use, let's start with the most important question of all. Why? Why should we even bother doing this? Because honestly, if you truly understand why this is so important, you will have all the motivation you need to stick with it and see amazing results. First and foremost, it's about turning anxiety into clarity. You know that heavy feeling you get in your chest at the end of the month? That low-key stress when you look at your bank account and have no idea how it got so low? That feeling is a huge mental burden. Not knowing where your money goes creates this invisible anxiety that just follows you around. But I promise you, this simple act of tracking your spending is the light at the end of the tunnel. The moment you start writing things down, you begin to see the picture so clearly. You'll have these aha moments like, oh, so that's where my money is going. It's my morning coffee habit, or wow, I really did a lot of online shopping last month. That vague anxiety gets replaced by genuine understanding and a powerful sense of awareness. You go from feeling like money is controlling you to being the one confidently in the driver's seat of your own financial life. Reason number 2, it's the starting point for every single one of your financial goals. I'm sure everyone listening right now has a dream, right? Maybe you dream of saving up for an amazing trip to Japan. Maybe you dream of having a down payment for your first home. Maybe you want to save up for a course to learn a new skill. Or maybe it's a simpler goal, like just having an emergency fund, so you can finally feel secure. Well, none of those dreams can happen if you don't know your true financial situation. It would be like a ship's captain trying to sail to a treasure island without a map. You'd just be lost at sea. Tracking your expenses is like unfolding your own personal financial map. It shows you the real numbers. It tells you, okay, after all my expenses, I have about $200 left over each month. Once you know that, planning for your goals becomes a million times easier. If that dream trip costs $2,000, you now have a clear path. You can save up for it in 10 months. When you can see the finish line, your motivation to save goes through the roof. And the third super important reason, it helps you plug your financial leaks. Think of it like taking your car in for a regular checkup. The mechanic looks for any loose bolts or small issues that need to be fixed before they turn into a big, expensive problem. Reviewing your finances works exactly the same way. It helps you find all the little leaks that are slowly draining your wallet without you even noticing. These culprits usually look like that gym membership you pay for every month but only use once, or those 3 different streaming service subscriptions when you only have time to watch one. And the all-time classic villain, that $5 coffee in the morning or that bubble tea in the afternoon. It seems like a small thing, but multiply that by 30 days in a month, wow, that can easily add up to hundreds of dollars. Finding these leaks doesn't mean you have to cut them out completely. It just means you are now aware of them, so you can make a conscious choice about whether that spending is truly worth it to you.
Now that we've covered the why and we know just how important tracking our money is, it's time to choose our secret weapon. Every good detective needs a toolkit, right? Don't worry. The tools we're talking about today are super easy to find, and I promise they are completely harmless. I've got 3 different styles of tools to share with you today, and you can pick the one that best fits your personality and lifestyle. Because remember, the most important thing isn't to have the fanciest tool, it's to have a tool that you find easy to use and, most importantly, one that you will actually use consistently. First up, for the classic souls, the pen and paper method. There is something so simple and powerful about this method. You don't need any fancy technology, you don't need an internet connection. All you need is a small notebook that you love. Maybe it's a cute journal or a cool planner, and your favorite pen. Just keep it in your bag with you all day. Every single time you spend money, no matter how small, buying a coffee, paying for the train, grabbing a snack, you just pull out your notebook and jot it down. Date, item, amount. The huge advantage of this method is the physical act of writing. Psychologically, when you write something down by hand, it creates a much stronger connection in your brain than typing does. It forces you to pause and acknowledge the transaction. You really feel every dollar and cent that you spend. This is perfect for anyone who loves the tactile feeling of writing, or for anyone who just wants to start with something simple and uncomplicated. Next up, for the digital natives, the mobile app method. For those of us who are practically attached to our smartphones 24/7, this method might just be your perfect match. Your phone is already with you all the time, right? Today, there are a ton of amazing apps designed for tracking income and expenses, both in the App Store and in the Google Play Store. You can find incredible free ones or paid ones with more advanced features. Just search for terms like expense tracker or budgeting app. The biggest win here is the ultimate convenience. You make a purchase and you can pull out your phone and log it in 5 seconds flat. Plus, many of these apps are packed with cool features. You can create your own spending categories, set monthly budgets for each category, and some even let you snap a photo of your receipt. And the best part? At the end of the month, most of these apps will automatically turn your data into beautiful, easy-to-read pie charts or bar graphs. You can see at a glance, whoa, most of my money this month went to dining out. It's convenient, it's visual, and it's perfect for our modern lives. And finally, for the serious planners, the spreadsheet method. If you're an analyst at heart, if you love seeing all the data, or if you want complete freedom to customize your own financial overview, then programs like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets are about to become your new best friend. Now, this method requires a little more setup time in the beginning. You'll need to create your own table and set up your columns for things like date, description, category, income, expense, and remaining balance. But the payoff is total flexibility. You can design your dream financial dashboard. You can add as many categories as you want, use formulas to analyze your spending in different ways, and most importantly, you can see the big picture of your finances for the month, for the entire year, or even for several years, all in one single file. This is perfect for anyone who is serious about long-term financial planning and loves having complete control of their own data. So, what do you think of our 3 toolkits? Whichever one you choose, just remember the 2 most important words: start and persist. Just by doing that, your detective mission is already more than halfway to success.
All right, my fellow financial detectives, after choosing your trusty tool and gathering clues on your spending for a little while, whether it's been a week, 2 weeks, or ideally a full month, it is now time for the most exciting part. It's time to take all the evidence we've collected and analyze it to finally solve the mystery of where on earth did my money actually go. Now, don't worry, we're not just going to stare at a long list of transactions. To make it super clear, we're going to sort our spending into 3 main groups. This will shine a spotlight on where our money is flowing and help us see the big picture. Are you ready? Let's start the analysis. Group number 1. This is the most important one. These are your needs. This category is for all the expenses that are truly non-negotiable. If you didn't pay for these, your daily life would be directly impacted. Think of things like your rent or mortgage payment, your transportation costs to get to work, whether that's gas for your car or your train pass, your utility bills like electricity, water, and internet, and of course, the groceries you need to eat and live. These expenses are the foundation of your financial house. They are the things you absolutely must set money aside for first. The benefit of tracking these is that you'll know the exact number you need to cover your basic survival each month. This figure is incredibly valuable for all future financial planning. Moving on to group number 2, your wants. This is the fun category. This is the stuff that adds the color and joy to life. These are the expenses that fill up your happiness tank and give you the motivation to keep working hard. But theoretically, you could still survive without them, even if life would be a little less exciting. This group includes shopping for new clothes, shoes, or gadgets, going to the movies or concerts, enjoying special meals at nice restaurants, your subscriptions to services like Netflix or Spotify, and of course, your travel and vacation expenses. There's nothing wrong with spending in this category. Treating yourself is a good, healthy thing to do. But by tracking it, you get to see a real number. You can look back and say, wow, my happiness cost this much last month. That knowledge allows you to make better decisions next month. You can decide if you want to keep that level of fun spending, or maybe scale it back a little to put that money towards something else. And the final group, the villain lurking in the shadows. I like to call them the money killers. This group right here, this is the main culprit responsible for that "where did my money go" feeling. This category is made up of all the small, frequent purchases we make every day. They're so small that we barely notice them and often dismiss them as insignificant. But when you add them all up at the end of the month, you might be in for a big shock. These little assassins often disguise themselves as your favorite morning coffee, that afternoon bubble tea, a little snack here and there, or even small fees like out-of-network ATM charges or delivery fees. Let's just do some quick math. If you buy a $5 coffee every workday, that's about 22 days a month, which comes out to $110. See how a huge amount of money can be hidden inside those tiny daily habits. By tracking down and identifying these money killers, you can uncover a significant chunk of cash that you can then redirect towards something much more meaningful to you.
And with that, our financial detective mission for today has officially solved the case. How are you feeling? Do you have a much clearer picture of the journey your money takes each month? I really hope so. Realizing where most of your money goes doesn't mean you have to stop spending on things that make you happy, or that you have to give up your favorite coffee forever. The true goal of this entire exercise is to empower you to choose with intention. You get to shift from spending out of habit to spending your money on the things that bring you real value and true joy. You might discover that you are more than happy to cut back on bubble tea so you can save up for that dream trip to Japan. Or you might choose to make coffee at home a few days a week so you have extra money to sign up for a course you've always wanted to take. The most important takeaway is that you get your awareness and your power of choice back into your own hands. So please, try giving these simple methods a shot. Just start tracking today, and no matter what the numbers say, see it as a journey of learning more about yourself. This is the single most important first step you can take on the path to building financial security on your own terms. Thank you so much for joining me on this detective mission today and for being such a wonderful listening companion. For now, that's all the time we have on Money Talks. Don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button so you won't miss out on our next chat about all things money. Until then, take good care.